And it's just like, playing these songs in the garage with your buddies. But the garage is a lot bigger now. Hey, this is John 5 from Motley Crüe. I did not graduate, and I left high school early to come here to Los Angeles. And I drove out here with the drummer from Megadeth, Chuck Bueller, who played on the album So Far, So Good, So What, and got here and wanted to just be a session musician. Because I never even dreamt of, I can't even say it, like being a rock star. I never even dreamt of it. It was like it's like saying I'm going to be president of the United States or something. So I just wanted to be a session musician. So that's what I did. I just started playing clubs around town. I got a band and just playing everywhere I could around town and started meeting people to do sessions. And what my idea was to do the sessions for half of the price of what everybody else was doing and half of the time. Because listen, they want to get that done so you can get to the vocals or whatever, So I really just studied my whole life, just music and reading and different styles of music. And that's basically what I did. Is I did sessions for like half the price and played on everybody's records and every TV show and everything you can imagine. I was just working all the time. And it didn't add up to a lot of money because I was doing it for so cheap. Yeah, I became a staff writer for a publishing company, and just writing for everybody from Avril Lavigne to Leonard Skinner to Ricky Martin to Scorpions to Desmond Child. And I have a lot of writing credits, but it was also, sometimes I was a ghost writer or a ghost player, and they'd bring me in the middle of the night or something like that and play. Being a staff writer, it was wonderful. I did so much writing and I loved it so much. And I made a good living of it. But I remember when it was all changing because of the Napster thing and people like not buying music. And I remember it was one of my favorite things I've ever written was I wrote a song for Rod Stewart's record with Kevin Savigar, and it was just incredible. And it was like a #1 song, and it was really big. But I remember it was just all changing, and that's when I said to myself, I got to do something else. Yeah, I love, I'm such a guitar nerd and such a lover of crazy guitar playing, and I've done that my whole life. So that's all I do all day and all night is just play insane guitar. And so this was finally my time to go out on tour and play these albums. So I never did that before. So I was really thinking to myself, does anybody really want to come and see this? Because of the fact, it's instrumental music. You're just seeing a guy up there playing guitar. And I was so shocked and blown away by, the amount of people that came out. I was like so happy because I literally was just doing it from the heart. I just did it for the love of guitar and the love of music. And I think that came across though. I wasn't doing it for the money or anything like that. I just loved playing guitar and for these people. And still to this day, I love playing small places because, we'll go and play Wembley Stadium or something with Motley Crüe. And it was like, you could, it was, the front row was so far away. It's like, wow, you know, and it's incredible. And I'm just so happy and so blessed to be able to play those places. But then I love when we do just the opposite and play small places. So luckily I have the best of both worlds. I can do both, and I'm really happy about that. Yeah, Marilyn Manson gave me my name, John Fives, and right after, when I left Marilyn Manson, I was like, well, I'm not going to change my name back to John Lowry, because I thought of like, well, when Ace left Kiss, he didn't change his name to Paul Freely, you know, so I thought, oh, I'll keep the name. And I'm very proud of everything I've done under John Fives. So I just kept the name, and I, you know, thank God I did. So, yeah, and then that's when I put out my first instrumental record, Vertigo. And I just wanted to do something that was completely me, like not trying to just what I love. And I love country music and bluegrass and of course hard rock. And that's what that instrumental record was like a crazy hard rock bluegrass record. And pretty much a lot of my records still are the same. And I think that's what kind of separated me from other people, you know, other great guitar players, because I didn't want to be lumped in a certain genre of music, you know. You know, I loved Rob Zombie so much. Listen to that. I would go see White Zombie. I loved White Zombie. And I was doing a benefit for the tsunami that happened. And they were telling me everyone who was playing. And they said Rob Zombie. And I was like, I would love to do a song with Rob Zombie. So we did, I got a chance to do Thunder Kiss 65 with him. And I said, if you ever need a guitar player, let me know. And he was deep into doing movies. And I think he got an offer to do Ozfest one summer. And luckily I got the phone call, and I changed everything that I was doing. I just, you know, devoted everything I had into Rob Zombie. And I, you know, loved it so much. I was in there for 17 years, and we made a lot of great records. We did phenomenal shows. We did a lot of live albums and, you know, live performances that you can see. And it was just a stellar, stellar band. It was great. We had nothing but good times, me and Zombie and the band. And we just had an incredible time together. Well, it was being with Rob, like, I don't know, it was just like it was like I knew my place, we just played, and it was like just easy. It was so easy. But yeah, I got let go from Manson. He said he wanted to write with other people, the manager said. So I was like, okay, you know. Yeah. And I got let go. I didn't quit, so.
Right.
Yeah. I would have been in there a lot longer, so.
Yeah. So you enjoyed that. That was a really cool vibe.
I loved being in Marilyn Manson. It was, again, whenever I'm in something, I always have a great time, and I had such a blast. We made, again, the greatest records. You know, we made phenomenal records together and did incredible live shows and live album. That's, when I say live album with Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson, these albums were so live that it was just mixed and that was it. There was not one fix on any of these. I remember we did I did a live record with Rob, and it was for the White Zombie Astro Creep 2000. We did the whole album live, and we had one night to do it. One night in Chicago, and we were making a live record, and we did it, and it was perfect. But I was so obsessed in my whole career of playing perfectly in time and perfectly in tune and not making one mistake. Just so, I mean, when I don't really talk about this, but so obsessed, like it's just a thing with me. It sounds perfect and there's no mistakes and it's in time and in tune, but you're talking about milliseconds, which it's just a game I play. And that's like those records you hear are completely live. So it's really cool. So I'm very proud of the work I've done with Manson and Zombie. I had a blast. Yeah, there's my solo stuff, it's all instrumental. It's just the most crazy guitar playing. It's just insane. So yeah, there's not one vocal. And I'll come out on stage and there'll be all these people. I'll be like, there's no singer coming out, because I'm so like surprised all these people are there,
Is it a 3-piece?
Yeah, actually it was a 3-piece. And then the bass player, because we do it this really crazy schedule. So our bass player, Ian, wasn't doing it anymore. And then I was like, well, let's just put the bass, on track coming out of the bass rig. And so I'm just up there playing, just playing guitar. And I have this incredible drummer, Alex Mercado, and we just go crazy up there. Wow. But I haven't talked about this, and I don't know if I should talk about it, but I'm doing something next year that very, very few people have done.
Okay.
So I'm playing, and this is next year, I think starting in October. I'm doing 50 shows, 50 states in 50 days. So I think we're starting in Alaska. So we're playing 50 shows in a row. Every show is a different state, and it's going to be insane. So we have like backups for everybody: bus, techs, tour managers, everything. Because if someone gets sick, we have to keep rolling. So, so the only thing that they don't have a backup is for me. So I got to be completely healthy. No days off. Any major regrets? Actually, a lot of people say, no regrets, Actually, yeah, I'm just being honest. But a lot of people roll their eyes when I say this, but I wish I started being healthier, like in my younger years, because I felt like shit. So I just wish I started like on this, kind of clean living decades ago. And that's my only regret. I'm lucky, I just love playing guitar, and I think that's the meaning of life, is doing what you love, and I am so grateful.